What's up, folks? Per request, I was asked to give a little bit of a demonstration on how I did the perspective-based limbs with pin bones for my beloved Gorham here in the animation I shared recently. So it's just a little bit of a close-up, view. So what I'm talking about here is having limbs that are able to be bent like this, like just moved around with two pin bones and moved into perspective based positions like this instead of just being just bent like like normal. So how this is done, I'm not going to go through the length of getting it all set up, but I will show my method and how I pulled it off. This was well I should clarify that by my method, quote unquote, this was taught to me by a fabulous user named Zokrym, which hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. And how this is going to work is I'll go to bone, show shy bones because there's a whole bunch that goes into this that I don't feel like um, having all visible at the same time, especially because it makes it hard to manipulate these. So what this is, so basically the way these bones are working is you've got, I mean, obviously the elbow joint, the wrist joint here, if I can select the damn thing, and then you've got this vertical sort of anchor and on the shoulder and then the elbow, and then you've got these bones right here which are actually smart bones. And the way these smart bones work is to show you how for the forearm, for example, if I go to the smart bone action, you can see that when this goes down, it folds the arm in like this. When it gets to this action, and the way it's folding the arm in is, granted, I have the smart bone ends at 96, but I have the actual action. Like the important thing is you want to have all the stuff that's going on here kind of within the borders, I guess, like within the scope of the smart bone as it folds in and kind of compresses all of this. So I did that for the forearm, and then I did that for the upper arm as well, where you can see, yeah, it kind of compresses as the smart bone goes back, and the end result of that is due to the way these are parented. So let's see. So the lower right, I'm just going to go back to here. Um, the lower right arm and the lower scale, like the scale bone, both of these are bound to the wrist target. This bone also has bone constraints, so it will only ever just stay straight. Same with this. This has a 0, 0, so it will not move at all. Um, this bone does not have any constraints, so it's just these two, the vertical ones, or the vertical one and the horizontal one. Uh, this wrist target, both of these target bones are actually bound to, like, parented to her torso. So you can see as if I move the torso to the side, um, the elbow and the wrist follow that, and then also this upper arm bone is also parented to the torso. Um, the hand here is also parented to the wrist, to this pin bone right here. And the way this is ultimately going to work is because this bone doesn't move, and this one follows the target bone. When the target moves along the uh, the forearm, it's going to compress the artwork because it's following. Like this smart bone is following this, so as it compresses, it'll compress that. Um, and the way this is all parented, again, I'll show you this, is that um, the angled bone here is parented to this. Which will select this is parented to this, and then it's basically the same process with this parented to this and parented to this. Um, and that is how that works. And I'll just show you the settings on these. This one again has angle constraints. It's pretty much the same setup with the forearm and the upper arm, where these have the same exact constraints. It's just instead of targeting the wrist, this is targeting the elbow. This is targeting the elbow instead of the wrist, and this is just 0, 0, not doing diddly squat. So the end result is, again, I will go to bone, show shy bones, is you can pose it around like so, and the end result is that yeah, the bone. If I go to show shy bones, is if well, what I'll do is I will hide this. Oh, I did not mean to hide them all, so I will hide this if I can even. Oh nope, nope. Um, yeah, it's difficult to explain, but hopefully it's clear what's going on here. So I'm gonna just show shy bones, and then for the leg, it's basically the same thing. What I'm doing is so I show shy bones again. Pretty much the exact same setup. You know, these two bones have 0 0. These ones are parented to specific joints. Like this one is parented to this joint. This one is parented to this joint. Um, the key thing here is that this one, instead of making it um, just a pin bone, I instead opted to make it just a standard bone for the sake of feet targeting. So when this moves down, it compresses that. This one, I'm still kind of working on it, trying to figure it out. Um, but it does mostly work the same way because if I show this and if I move the leg up like so, still trying to get it to follow the knee, but I mean it does actually work. I think the main issue, I don't know. Um, I mean, hopefully those more experienced than me can figure it out and maybe even tell me. But overall, that's how I do the arms and the legs. Still haven't fully figured out the legs, but hopefully this was helpful. So till next time, guys.